Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I'm so happy that you joined me today. Today we're going to make glassine. But first, let's have our shout out to Margaret, Jane, Susan, and Michelle. I appreciate each and every one of you. Alright you guys, what you're going to need is some wax paper. Now I just have a small piece of wax paper because I can't get it a big piece on my screen. And I'm going to be using a smaller napkin. Isn't this a beauty? You guys, if you don't have any napkins, go down to below the description in this video and I have an Etsy link. I've got some bundles of different types of napkins I think you will enjoy. So first you're going to need to find a corner. Now there is a trick that you use tape. I personally don't care for that trick because I try not to rip my napkin, and you will rip your napkin using the tape. So I just work by going like this, kind of scritching it. And see, already that one's come apart right there. Now there's one more, so we're going to pull that one off, and you just pull it off gently. I know a lot of you already know this, but there's some newbies that don't, so we're going to teach them because this is a tutorial. And you're going to pull this next layer off. This one's a little trickier usually. Now some napkins only come with 2 layers, but the better napkins come with 3. So you go ahead and you just pull it apart just like that. So there we go. It's all off. Now what you want to do is set that aside. Now you can use school glue, straight school glue, not watered down school glue, because when you put this on with your paintbrush, it's going to go on nice, but then all of a sudden it's going to kind of start getting holes in it, and it's kind of going to get kind of funky looking, kind of like oil, kind of look like oil. And so you're going to need to work fairly quickly with the school glue, or you can use the matte gel. Either one works great, and you know I cannot tell the difference because these are a mixture of school glue and matte gel, and I really don't know which one's which, and they feel the same. They're leathery feeling. You can see through them just the same. So I just don't really have a preference, except for the matte gel does not dry out as fast as you're working, and it doesn't have that, doesn't separate as much as the school glue or the white school glue. It comes in different brands. So what you're going to do is you're just going to start applying whichever one, whether it be the white school glue. Oop, I got a piece of something on there. I don't want that on there. Or whether it be the matte gel, it does not matter. But you just want to put a layer down just like this. And yes, you need to cover it completely. Not the whole piece of wax paper, but where the napkin's going to be, you need to cover it. Okay, I've got that done. Now what you'll want to do is you'll want to carefully, I need to wipe my fingers off, you need to carefully get your napkin, and I like to start at one side, or one end I should say, and lay it down and try very hard not to get any creases in it. Now this is where you cannot push. You have to just tap. If you push, you will rip your napkin. Now this is where you're going to get some matte gel or white school glue on your brush, and you're going to start in the center, and you're going to go out from the center this way. Once you do it once, you might be able to get away with doing it twice, but don't do it after that. And you need to be quick about it, because if the napkin gets too wet as you're pulling on it, it will rip. So we're just going to paint it out just like this, all the way out to the edge, just like that. So I'm going to finish this because if I don't, it's going to be a mess. So you just paint it on out all the way to the end, the edge I should say. There we go. Now, you need to let this sit for, it depends on your weather, you know, if it's a rainy day or what have you. But usually it takes about 4 to 6 hours. You could, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours, because you do want it to be dry before you start working on it. So it's all on there, and I'm going to go lay it out, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you what you can do with it after you've made your glassine. Okay, you guys, here's some napkins that I made into glassine earlier, and you can see through it. Aren't they beautiful? These napkins are also in the Etsy shop. Oh my, these are huge napkins. I mean, huge napkins full of beautiful prints. Okay, so I took these and I made a few things with them to show you what you can do with them. So right here I have, you can see through it, see, you can see my hand, and I just used one of these punches, and I just, isn't that be beautiful in a journal? Oh my goodness, or a card. Oh, my. I made a little envelope right here where it opens. Oops, I'm going to get something to show you that it's an envelope. Envelope right here opens up. So pretty. I made a little bag. Now I did this one on the sewing machine, and I reinforced the top by sewing it over, turning it over and sewing it, and sewing the edges. Oh my goodness, so pretty. It feels kind of like leathery. And then I made a tall treat-like bag. Opens up this way. Now, to glue it, I used the fabric tack, and I don't have any problem gluing it using fabric tack. I also used my mini pinking shears there at the top, and I did not use my thumb punch, but I just manually cut that out, that little notch. Oh, you guys, I think that you are going to have a blast making this glassine and then using it in your projects. Oh, you guys, I hope to see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.